Ah, ah, ah. Mm. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, Punisher, what's up, man? Listen, bro, I tried to go live earlier today, but I had a network issue at the gym, so my stream kept crashing earlier today, man. Like I was we were sparring, man. We were doing Muay Thai. We were doing Muay Thai earlier today, and I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to live stream myself training Muay Thai, but I had an internet issue and I wasn't able to continue the stream, and it kept on crashing. But yeah, man, we're live. We're live. Shout out to Crystal Cano. Yo, it's a hard name to pronounce. Crystal Canon Can Canolik. Or yeah. Shout out to Crystal in the chat. Shout out to Devi in the chat. Baller Elite. 144p. Lol, fix it. How do I fix it, man? Paul asking, are you in Africa? Yeah, I am in Africa, South Africa, bro. Literally am in South Africa. Um let me try and fix it, man. Um uh, no. We're experimenting, chats. We are experimenting, man. Like I've never. I don't know. Is this better? Nah, it's not better, man. Um, I was about something new. Nah, I don't like that. I present to you the Black Superman. Zar-Kombat is your new Black Superman. Hold up. Yeah, chat, we're live, man. We're live. Okay, man. I tried to go live earlier today. I just like I couldn't really go live, man. Kind of experimenting, chat. How's this one? How's this one? How's this one? Is it better than? Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like that. But yeah, chat. Yo, listen. UFC 324, man. Dana made the announcements. Again, guys, sorry so much for the bad quality chats. I'm buying. I'm finally. I know I've been saying this for a long time now. I'm finally buying that webcam for my laptop, and I'm gonna be able to use my laptop soon for the live streams. Just the last day today. I'm using the phone for the streams, but yeah, man. What was I saying? UFC 324, man. UFC 324. Dana White made the announcements. A lot of people are upset. They were hoping that Toptoro was going to be announced. A title fight for Ilya Taporia was going to be announced. I don't know what his problem is, man. I think he might be hurt, probably. But yeah, man, Ilya Taporia, man, he's a drama queen. He doesn't really take fights, and to be honest, man, I understand. Like he's at the pinnacle of the sports. He's by far, not even by far, man. He's at least top two, biggest stars in the company right now. Behind maybe, I guess, Islam Makachev or maybe Bolton, but he's in the top three biggest stars in the UFC. So he's not gonna take fights as much as he used to. He knocked out Volkanovski, knocked out Max Holloway. knocked out Charles Oliveira, so he's gonna be very picky when it comes to his fights. Plus, he's not gonna fight as much as he used to. So we're likely gonna see Ilia Topuria fight maybe once a year from now on. But yeah, man, Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett is official. To be honest, man, I'm really excited about that matchup. I'm really excited, man. I know a lot of people were expecting Ilia Topuria to fight. Listen, um, we did not get the Ilia Topuria fight, but we got a fight. We've got a fun fight. Justin Gaethje has never been in a boring fight. He's never been in a boring fight in his life. It's not gonna start now. I know he's 37 years old, but he's still the most exciting fighter in the company, man. I mean, no one, bro, no one. Listen to me, bro. No one uh produces um more exciting fights than Ilia Topuria. So not Ilia Topuria, I mean Justin Gaethje. He's a fun fighter. Arman deserved the title match, not gonna lie. I mean he did deserve the title shots, but he had that whole drama with Islam Makhachev. He pulled out. He couldn't make weights. So I understand where the UFC is coming from like this. Guys, listen, there's a lot of money. There is a lot of money that goes into promoting a fight. Like, forget a fight, promoting a pay-per-view. If your face is on the top of the pay-per-view and you cannot make it to fight nights, then you're gonna be an enemy with the UFC. Because now they're losing millions. You know what I mean? Like, they spend a lot of money promoting the fights, making deals behind the scenes. And if you're not gonna show up, then it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a problem. So Aman Sarukian, man, I truly believe that Aman Sarukian is gonna fight at least two more times before he gets the title shots. That's what I believe, man. But he does deserve the title shots. Unfortunately, man, he ruined his title shot last year. No, this year in January. So it's gonna be a while until we see Arman Sarukian fight for the belts. That's for sure. I can guarantee that. I am David asking, where you from? South Africa. South Africa, bro. Durban, South Africa. Shout out to Don Plays TVs in the chats. Um, but yeah, man, what's the reaction, boys? What's the reaction, man? UFC 324, a lot of banger fights, man. Wilder Acosta. Wilder Acosta is right now my favorite heavyweight in the world. Fuck Tom Aspinall. Wilder Acosta is the top guy. Wilder Acosta is gonna knock out Tom Aspinall next year. I'm calling it right now. I am calling it right now. And guys, I literally predicted the UFC making Wilder Acosta versus Derek Lewis not even like a week ago. Yeah, I predicted that, man. It's now official. And also on the card, yo, there's a lot of banger fights, man. Not Peter Yan. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo. Sean O'Malley's back. Sean O'Malley's back. He's fighting Song Yadong. It's gonna be a fun one. What else is on the card? Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. My girl, Alexa Grasso, man. If you know me, you know I've got the biggest crush on Alexa Grasso. She's back. Can't wait to see her fight. Who else? John Silver versus Arnold Allen. What a fight. A lot of people are angry that John Silver is fighting up the rankings, but when you look at the top of the division, in the featherweight division, there's not a lot of activity, man. Aljamain Sterling hasn't fought, or doesn't have the fight announcements. Masvidal Imavov, we don't know where Masvidal is. And Lerone Murphy, man, I mean, there's no fights announcement for him. All these guys are waiting for title shots. And talking about the featherweight division, man, a lot of people are angry that Diego Lopez is getting the title shots. He's the most deserving fighter he's the most deserving fighter in the featherweight division. He lost obviously to Volkanovski, came back a few months later, knocked out the biggest prospects in the division, the guy that everyone did not want to fight. He risked his ranking. You know what I mean? And he knocked out the scariest guy in the division at the time. So, I mean, he deserves the title shots. Lerone Murphy, man, he has no wins over anyone in the top five. Imavo, or what's his name, Masva. I don't know when was the last time Masva fought. I don't know. No one cares about him. So, to all the guys that are crying about Diego Lopez, getting the title shots, unfortunately, man, you can listen, go cry about it, man. Diego Lopez season. Unfortunately, listen, I love Volk, but he's gonna retire Volk next year, man. Listen, he's beating Volk in front of his people. Diego Lopez season. Let's go. That's the featherweight goats. He's saving the division by himself. Diego Lopez. Let's go. And if you didn't know, chats, I'm a massive Diego Lopez fan, man. I'm a massive Diego Lopez fan. Arman versus Patty, better matchup than Justin. Yeah, man. I mean, probably, but again, man, Arman Sarukian really has to earn the UFC's trust, much more. So, yeah, man. Listen, he did it to himself. He shouldn't have pulled out against Islam Makhachev. Justin, Dustin, Charles, they're all done. Charles Oliveira's not done, man. Charles is beating Max Holloway, and he's getting the belt back. God of War in the chat. Derek Lewis KO's Waldo, not even close. Fighter from Dominican Republic. Nah, man, I don't know. I think Waldo Acosta right now is in his bag, man. Waldo Acosta's in his bag. He picks his shots beautifully. I like the timing. I like the speed of his shots. And I think maybe the activity might get to him. But either way, man, someone's getting knocked out, and I can't wait for that fight. Ain't with a whole lot of T's in the chat. Good to see you back, my brother. Saying I think Marab is way better than Ilya this year. Of course he is, man. What do you mean? Of course, Marab is way better, man. Come on, 4 fights in 1 year. Come on, bro. Marab is the GOAT, bro. 4 fights in 1 year. You can't even listen. If Marab, I'm rooting for Peter Yan, but if Marab manages to beat Peter Yan, he's the pound for pound number 1, above Ilya Topuria, above Islam Makhachev. So of course, man, Marab is the fighter of the year. It's him and Waldo Acosta. I love the activity, man. Sean Strickland or nothing. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't like Sean Strickland's fight style. I don't like Sean Strickland, man. He's a very boring fighter for me personally. I don't like his fight style, but I heard he's fighting early next year. Not early next year. There's rumors that Sean Strickland is gonna fight Anthony Fluffy Hernandez at UFC 325 in Australia. I don't know how true that is, if it's even true. So we're gonna have to wait for an announcement, man. We're gonna have to wait for an announcement. Sorry, guys. I never knew that the live streams had Yo, sorry, chat. I'm just going through these effects, man. I never knew you could do this on the live stream. I never knew you could do all these effects on the live stream. But yeah, man, a lot of fight announcements. What fights that was announced are you most excited for, man? Me personally, it's the Volk and Lopez rematch. The first one was a banger. It was a banger. It was a fight of the year candidate, and the fact that some people are upset that this fight is gonna happen, it doesn't make any sense to me, man. It's gonna be Volkanovski's retirement fight. So yeah, chats. I mean, UFC 325 is gonna be Volkanovski's retirement match. So enjoy the legend while he's still here, man. Enjoy him while he's still here. He's not here for very long. Um, it seems like him fighting in Australia. That's where he wants to retire, man. He's 36 years old. So enjoy Volkanovski while he's still here, man. He's retiring next year. Um, it's gonna be a sad night, but it's gonna be a fun fight either way. It's gonna be a fun fight, man. Hopefully, Diego Lopez wins and he's able to, carry on the. I feel like that's why the UFC made that fight. I feel like that's why the UFC made that fight for UFC 325. It's because they're hoping that Volkanovski loses, and that Diego Lopez is able to carry on, um, become the champion, and have a win over Volkanovski under his belt. You know what I mean? Ain't asking what made you get into watching UFC fight, UFC, any fighter. Okay, so I started watching the UFC in 2019. 2019, man, that's when the UFC signed the ESPN deal. So before 2019, man, like here in South Africa, I couldn't watch the UFC. I knew what the UFC was. I knew Conor McGregor. I only knew Conor McGregor because he kind of fought in boxing against Floyd Mayweather, but I never really watched the UFC. You know what I mean? But in 2019, man, they signed a deal with ESPN, and we were able to watch the UFC on TV. And the first fights I ever watched was Yoel Romero versus Robert Whitaker 2. And let me tell you this, chat. The first time seeing Yoel Romero, I couldn't believe that was a human. Bro, I thought he was like Hulk. I could not believe the physique of Yoel Romero. And I was like, what is this guy? How is he built this way? And that fight was so amazing, man. Like I got hooked into the UFC. And obviously Israel Adesanya had a breakthrough year, so he was the biggest star in 2019. So he made me fall in love with the UFC. He had that fight against Kevin Gastelum. UFC 336, Calvin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya was on my birthday. That was on my birthday back in 2019. So like that's the pay-per-view that made me fall in love with the UFC. I remember watching Adesanya go to war with Calvin Gastelum, and then watching Dustin Poirier go to war with Max Holloway back to back. That made me a fan for life. After UFC 336, which was on my birthday, that's when I decided this I'm gonna watch this forever. I'm a fan forever, and I'm gonna train this. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel soon, and yeah, man. So the fights that the first fights I ever watched, Yoel Romero versus Robert Whitaker 2. The fighter that got me into the UFC, Israel Adesanya. And the first pay-per-view that I ever watched, man, was UFC 236 on my birthday back in 2019. So I've been a fan since then, man. That random video guy official in the chat saying, I don't know why the kids love this, man. The 6067 thing, it's kind of insane. Yeah, chat. Listen, man, I just had to go live, chat. I broke the news. And I really broke the news. I gave my reaction to the fight announcements on a short video I did earlier this morning, man. Woke up Friday morning and I was like, yo, I got on Instagram. I was like, what's going on? Paddy Pimblett returns. Justin Gaethje returns. Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes. Yo, crazy. Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong. Umar Nurmagomedov, Figueredo, John Silver, Arnold Allen. What a fight. Waldo Acosta, Derek Lewis, Alexa Grasso, and Rose Namajunas, man. And then UFC 325, Volk returns to Perth. He's rematching Lopez. It's gonna be a banger fight, man. So yeah, Chad, I just had to give my reaction to that. 4 people on the live. Shout out to the 4 people in the live. 1 person in the live right now. I see you. 2 people on the live stream. I see you. And again, chat, yo, listen, do make sure you do subscribe, man. Come on. Um, I think I'm like at 530 something subscribers. So yeah, man. I mean, we're working. But yeah, chat, listen, no UFC this weekend. I don't know what I'm gonna do. To be honest, man. No UFC this weekend, so I guess we're all watching. Are we all watching John Cena this weekend? Are there any WWE fans in the chats? No UFC this weekend. Survivor Series. It's John Cena's last Survivor Series. I grew up being a massive wrestling fan. So I'm excited to see John Cena have his last fights. Well, not his last fights, but his last Survivor Series match. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna hit the gym tomorrow. Like normally on Saturdays, bros. I'm just excited for the UFC. So there's no UFC tomorrow, and also here in South Africa, it's Black Friday. So stores are gonna be busy tomorrow. So I'm not really going anywhere. I'm gonna go to the gym, sparring, and then come back, watch a couple series, watch WWE. I don't know, man, just chill. But yeah, man, no UFC this weekend. No UFC next weekend as well. Crazy. No, yeah, no. Next week is UFC 323. Yeah, next week is UFC 323. So yo, 2 more events left in 2025 for the UFC, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. 2 more events. Guys, have you thought of that? 2 more events. UFC 223 next week. And then it's going back to the Apex. Brandon Royval versus Manel Cobb. Crazy. A shout out to Mia Ashley saying, "Hey there, Zar. What's up? What's up, Ashley? How are you? Hope you're good, man. How's your Friday?" Shout out to Ivan the Great, pound for pound. Saying, "What's up, brother? What's up, my brother? I hope you're well. I'm having a fantastic Friday, man. Hope you're having a good Friday. Hope it's a vibe. Peace be upon you, my brother. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, man. Be safe out there." Um, Ain't in the chat saying sorry, but I got Volk on this one. Him versus Islam was very close. I mean, yeah, it was. It was. Ivan in the chat saying UFC 324 and UFC 325 with some of the weirdest matchmaking ever. I don't understand that, chat. I do not understand that, chat. Where is that coming from? Why do you guys believe, like, why aren't you guys hyped for these fights? I mean, I get that. Listen, okay. I don't know where Ilya Taporia is. I don't know what's wrong with Ilya Taporia, but he doesn't want to fight. So the UFC moved on, right? And the next fight was Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. Obviously, Arman Sarukian, the UFC doesn't trust Arman Sarukian with a big pay-per-view. He's not going to sell pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Justin Gaethje, the most fun fighter ever. Paddy Pimblett, one of the biggest stars in the company. So it made sense. You know what I mean? It's going to make money. Plus, Arman Sarukian, like, he pulled out of that fight against Islam Makhachev. So the UFC they don't want to risk the first fight or the first pay-per-view under Paramount with a guy that pulls out of fights. You know what I mean? And then obviously, man, UFC 325. What other fights was there for Volkanovski? What other fights was there for Volkanovski? Lerone Murphy and Mosva. Bro, Lerone Murphy, yes, he had the KO of the year. But it was against the Bellator trash fighter. Okay, let me not say that. Let me not diss anyone. Lerone Murphy doesn't have any wins against anyone in the top five. Remember that, chat. Lerone Murphy has zero wins over anyone in the top five in the featherweight division. And Mosva, who was the last person Mosva fought? You tell me, because I don't know. I don't know. Who was the last person Mosva fought? Who? I do not even remember his last fight. And so that guy's supposed to get a title shot after he pulled out of the Aaron Pico fights earlier this year. How do you give that guy a title shot? I don't even know when was the last time he fought. You know what I mean? Diego Lopez had a close fight. Okay, let me not say it close. Had a fun fight. One of the best fights in the history in featherweight division against Volkanovski earlier this year. He had a fun fight against Volkanovski. Came back after losing and KO'd the scariest guy in the division. No one wanted to fight John Silver. He fought John Silver, risked his rankings, his high ranking, knocked him out. Knocked out the scariest guy in the division. No one wanted to fight John Silver. Diego Lopez was the only one that raised his hand. He said, give me that guy. I'm gonna knock him out. Knocked him out. He deserved the title shot, man. Come on. And listen, I love Volkanovski, but since he's retiring, I'm hoping that Diego Lopez wins, man. Come on. Diego Lopez is single-handedly saving the featherweight division. He's the most exciting fighter in that division right now. And you cannot tell me I'm lying, man. Who was the last person Volkanovski finished? You tell me. I don't even know. Who was the last person Lopez knocked out? I can tell you. John Silver. He knocked out. Somewhat. Yo, he had like a KO streak, a finishing streak. Before the UFC 314 fights. So listen, man, I'm happy with the matchmakings for UFC 324 and UFC 325. I'm happy. To me, they make sense because I understand the UFC. You know what I mean? I understand the UFC. I don't know how people are complaining so much, man. It doesn't make any sense why you guys are complaining, bro. Come on. Enjoy the fights, man. Be excited. Be excited. How are people not excited for Paddy versus Gaethje? When has Justin Gaethje ever been in a boring fight? You know it's going to be chaos. You know it's going to be exciting. You know Paddy Pimblett is going to get tested. So how are you not excited, bro? Come on. Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez won. You saw that fight in April. You know how exciting it was. And you're telling me Diego Lopez doesn't deserve the title shots after he knocked out John Silver when he was looking undefeatable? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let me go through a couple comments, man. I feel like I'm talking too much. Network engineer asking, hey, I just joined. What are you guys talking about? UFC 324, man. UFC 324. The fights are announced. Crazy matchups, man. Crazy matchups. Ivan the Great saying, but remember, this is most likely Vox. But Volkanovski's legacy is not gonna make them money. You know what I mean? Like the most exciting fighter right now is Diego Lopez, and the most deserving fighter in that division is Diego Lopez. Listen, if Volkanovski wanted to fight someone else, he could have fought in December. He could have fought in December and came back in February. You know what I mean? Maybe he did ask for that, and then the UFC said no. I don't know. I remember he said he wanted to fight back in earlier this year. He said he wanted to fight in December, and the UFC wanted to save him for the Perth card. So listen, man, there's no real, like, it doesn't make sense kind of complaining about it. We're gonna get the fight. It's official, unless maybe Diego Lopez pulls out. I don't know, but it's official. It's happening. I'm excited. I love the first fight. Cannot wait for another banger fight. Diego Lopez is a star. So I can't wait for that one. No hate, but Khamzat fights once every year. Of course, listen, of course, man. I hate that. I hate that. Network saying Khamzat is the biggest star. Nah, I think it's Islam Makachev. I think Islam is the biggest star. He sells a lot of pay-per-views. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't like Khamzat Chimaev, man. Fights once a year. Doesn't have exciting fights. I don't like that heavy wrestling style, man. It's just not for me. Network engineer asking, is this Gaethje's last fight? To be honest, man, I don't know. I think if he loses, he might retire because he's not gonna get another title shot. You know what I mean? He's 36 years old. Now he's 37 years old. You know what I mean? So this is definitely his last title shot for sure. So it might be his last fight, man. There's a lot of legends retiring this year, bro. I mean next year. A lot of legends gonna retire, man. As much as people hate him, there will probably never be another fighter as popular as Conor McGregor. Probably never, man. Probably never change the game. I don't think anyone reaches, or let me not say that. I don't think anyone can have a bigger impact on the sports as Conor McGregor. It's kind of like, Michael Jordan and his impact. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's gonna be someone better. A LeBron James is gonna come along the same way we have with Ilya Tapora right now. Conor McGregor is Michael Jordan, and Ilya Tapora is LeBron James. You know what I mean? But Conor McGregor is always gonna be the first guy, just as Michael Jordan is always gonna be the first guy. Yo, 305. 305 is in the chat. Shout outs. Haven't seen you in a long time. Saying Volk is 2-3 in his last five. He's from 25-1 to 27-4. He needs to get easy fights to be 3-3 in his last fights. Listen, man, when you're the champion, you don't get easy fights. The only time you get an easy fight if you're the champion is if your name is Sean O'Malley. That's the only time you get a title easy fights as the champion. Guys, you're gonna get tough fights. You're always gonna get tough fights for sure. 305 saying I think Garbrandt will be in one of the prelims. If you guys don't know, man, 305 is probably the biggest Cody Garbrandt fan. He does a lot of Cody Garbrandt edits on TikTok, so make sure you go check out APO3Z305 on TikTok for the best Cody Garbrandt edits. But I don't know, man. I haven't seen him fight in a long time. I remember he was supposed to fight in December, I think, and I think he got hurt. He pulled out, so I don't know when we're gonna see him fight. Chris Thomas in the chat saying hello, what's up, what's up, what's up? Ivan saying I don't really care that Khamzat only fights once a year. It's the fact that he already starts calling out people in other divisions, like, handle business first, bro. 100% agree. 100% agree, man. You can barely fight twice a year and you're calling out champions in other divisions. Come on, man. Come on. Does not make any sense, man. And he's not even fighting earlier next year, man. He's gonna fight around maybe June. Not even June, man, around August next year. I already had an injury, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like Khamzat Chimaev, man. Anyone that's always on the live, they know I don't like Khamzat. He took our belts, man. We finally had a South African champion, and then Khamzat had to come along and hug the guy for 25 minutes. Couldn't even fight him like a man. So we don't like Khamzat Chimaev. 8 people in the live. If you're new to the stream, make sure you do subscribe, man. Come on, support the boy. Support the boy, man. Support the boy. What's up? Yeah, man, yeah. But yeah, guys, listen, tell me which fight you're most excited for. All the fights that were announced, man. For me personally, um, for me, man, not gonna lie, chat. John Silver versus Arnold Allen. John Silver versus Arnold Allen. That's gonna be a banger fight, man. It's gonna be a banger fight. They should have made that one as the main event of a fight night, bro. So it can be 5 rounds. But yeah, man, that's gonna be a banger fight, bro. And also obviously, um, I'm excited about Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo. Good to see Umar Nurmagomedov being active. He fought in October, so good to see him back. I like him being active. Good for him, man. Um, DDP will In DDP we trust. We shall get the belt back, bro. We're gonna get the belt back. No, definitely, bro. Definitely. I think he fights Brandon Allen next. KOs him. Comes back. KOs Khamzat Chimaev. Um, nah, I'm just joking. But yeah, man. Drakus is gonna be back, man. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be back. Yeah. Ain't in the chat's asking, will you ever go to the UFC if you had a chance? It's not even if, man. I will. I will. Some way, somehow. Definitely, man. I have to. It's something I just have to do before I die. Um, it's something I have to do, man. It's something I have to experience. It's my passion. It's what I love. It's what I've loved for a very, very long time. It's the reason why I wake up in the morning. To be honest, man, it gives me a purpose. So it's something I have to. I don't even want to at this stage. It's not even like I want to or I would like to. I have to. I have to. That's like right now. It's one of my life's purposes. You know what I mean? It's something I have to do, bro. I don't have a choice anymore. I have to do it. So yeah. Berbero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you listen? Ticket to the O. Ticket to the O. King Vaughn in the chats. King Vaughn in the chats. Uh Hussam saying, good luck in your journey, bro. Thank you so much for the W comments. You as well, man. Hope you in whatever you're pursuing, hope you um going in the right direction, man, and you work hard and stay focused and man, all the best to you as well. Ivan the Great, pound for pound. I feel you, brother. The UFC got me through some tough times. Me as well, man. I mean, a lot of tough times, bro. Like a lot of tough times. Like deep, deep depression. Got out of that. Personal issues, man. It was the thing. It was my escape. Yeah, man. I mean, it's more than just something I like. It's literally my life's purpose now. You know what I mean? 305 in the chat saying Davison Figueredo submitted Cody. So he got some ground skills. He'll be a tough matchup for Umar Nurmagomedov. To be honest, man, what's his name? Mario Batista gave Umar Nurmagomedov some trouble on the feet. So unless Figueredo is able to, you know, unless we He makes sure he works on his takedown defense. You know, I don't see him really having a tough time with Nurmagomedov. But that's gonna be a fun fight, though. It's gonna be a fun fight, and I cannot wait for that one, man. But yeah, chat. Um, UFC 325, UFC 324 announced. Cannot wait. I also think Figueredo would be a tough match, but I still think Uma wins. Yeah, man. I mean, to be honest, man, you know, Figueredo's been dealing with a lot of injuries, so you never really know with Figueredo, man. You never really know whether he's gonna show up at 100%. But listen, if Figueredo shows up and he's not dealing with any injuries, I would pick him. But in his last few fights, man, he's been coming in injured, so I don't know. Like, I don't know, but it's gonna be a fun one. Definitely gonna be a fun one, man. Cannot wait for UFC 324, 325, Volk versus Lopez 2. It's gonna be a fun one. 305 in the chat saying he got skills. His stand up trash because Cody Garbrandt cooked him in stand up. He failed to take him down, but if you take Garbrandt to the ground, it's hard for him to get back up. Listen, man, 305 is the biggest Cody Garbrandt fan alive. Shout out to Cody Garbrandt, man. Shout out to him. I don't know when he's fighting next. Like, I haven't heard anything from him. But yeah, chats, it's been Zar-Kombat, man. Gonna have to end the live now. It's been a fun one. We'll do it again tomorrow, chats. We're gonna do it again tomorrow. UFC 324, UFC 325, fight reaction, fight news reaction. We broke it down. I told you my reaction to the news. Super excited, man. Cannot wait for next year. Plus, the fights are going to be starting earlier now. So that's something I'm also really excited about. Cannot wait for that. But yeah, man, listen, thanks for joining the live. W stream as always. You guys already know, man. 305, who's always in the chat, knows whenever Zar-Kombat is live, it's always going to be a W stream. It's always a good time, man. Good vibes. And yeah, man, no UFC tomorrow. Sad. But we're coming back, or the UFC is coming back next week for UFC 323. So that's something that we should all be excited about. But yeah, chats, listen. Um, unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about, man, I can end the stream. Is there anything you guys want to talk about, man? Nope, no comments coming in. Okay, chats. It's been great, man. It's been great. We'll do it again tomorrow. Thank you so much for the W vibes. W stream. UFC 324, 325. Announced. Cannot wait. We'll do it again tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.